You say you want something and you move towards it and you are resolute, and then gone. Where is the decision? Where is the resolution? Is this happening for the first time? The new year comes and then new year resolutions. What happens to those resolutions? What happens to those resolutions? 2 to 4 days. Let's be a little more generous. Let's say 12 to 14 days. Gone. Usually, we say that our choices are an expression of our individuality. We say that the freedom of choice, the right to choose, is a very important part of my freedom. So we have taken it for granted that our choices are an expression of our individuality, that our choices are a result of our environment. And that is the reason why choices are so radically different. But in our case, there is nothing that holds. There is nothing that is beyond time. Time changes just everything. Just everything. You're picking up a very insignificant excerpt from the entire story of your life. Why is it so? Why is it so that we have no center that holds and that will never fall apart? Do we have a center in life? Do we have something that can never be touched by time? Do we have something that situations can never change? Unless you find that, Rupam, you will find that you are just a plaything in the hands of situations. Whims and fancies of time, the vicissitudes of all that is external, they'll toy with you. It's turning out to be quite strange. We are saying on one hand that my choices are an indication of my freedom. On the other hand, we are seeing that choices are all coming from the environment. Then how can there be freedom in choices? That's why we all like making choices, because choices give us the illusion of power. While making a choice, it appears to us that my life is moving according to my will, right? That's why we love choices. The environment has told you, when 1st January comes, make a New Year resolution. So you'll make a New Year resolution. The environment has also told you that when 5th of January comes, forget the resolution. You'll forget the resolution. So one thing is certain, choices are environment driven. We do not know about individuality, but one thing is certain, choices are hardly mine. And it's a great sense of relief to see that my choices are actually not my choices. And then there is no question of indecision or distraction, because then there are no options left. Then you start from there and rush straight to water. Nobody can stop you in between. Nobody can tempt you with honey or milk. You want water and you do not want honey. And if somebody stops you midway, a honey trap, you won't stop. But not to be distracted, you require a firm understanding of who you are and hence what is right for you. If you really know, then there is no way you can be stopped either way. Individuality is to regain that innocent mind. Individuality is to be able to clean the mind to such an extent that the crystal shines again. When you do not act from there, then you are just a slave of influences and environment, and then you are not an individual. Conditioning happens all the time. Influences are there all the time. Environment is acting upon you all the time. So you are continuously gathering dust. It can be cleaned anytime. And when it will be cleaned, you'll find that the crystal is shining as brightly as ever. Nothing has changed. Look at the entire quality of your mind. That is the ground from where all your decisions and all your confusions arise. When you start knowing, you will see that the need to decide starts reducing. But we need to decide. We need to decide because we are confused. But to not to know your own mind and your own life cannot be forgiven. That is something for which there can be no pardon. And I'm talking of these things because this is what fills up a young man's mind. Life, career, love, marriage, family. How can you keep moving blindly without seeing, without knowing? And the more clarity you have with this question, the less will be the scope for indecision and subsequent distraction.